I am Michelle with Real Talk Savannah, and we are here for part 2 with Dana, the lender. So last week we kind of touched on like where to begin, especially with those who are self-employed or are bartenders, and what to do with that cash and how to report that cash. She kind of goes into all of the steps on what to do whenever you're getting a loan, whether it's for a house, a business, and how really cool it is to work with a local lender. So now welcome back, Dana, for part 2.
Doing face-to-face, and that I think helps people bond, trust, learn, it's a better way to form those relationships, especially long-term.
Right. And then in the future, after you go through a first-time home buyer, I've seen as a realtor, someone start with one home. I helped a friend purchase, her and her husband purchase their very first home. And then they wanted to do, a couple of years later, they worked with the same lender. And a couple of years later, they bought their first investment property. And now I think 7 years later, they have at least 10 investment properties. So that's really cool. It can be, and they both have other jobs.
Right.
One owns a business. The other one has a job. They do other things. The experience was so good, and they worked with a lender to then have investment properties. So they have rental properties now too.
Right.
So, it's just, you got to start somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
they've worked with the same lender every time. They have their person that they call, and they've worked with, as they've grown now that they're investors, they're on a different level with the bank, and now they have all these assets, and I don't know, I'm really proud of them.
Right.
But it was just really cool to see them scared as heck when they did that first, when we were looking at properties, they were scared of their first purchase, and now looking at 10 properties later.